Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It never enough.
I cannot believe you do that.
Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It never enough.
I cannot believe you do that.
Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Jesus Christ, I hate this new fucking YouTube layer. Oh, hi guys! How you doing? It's everybody's favorite man. The man.
It's starting!
Yeah, every single one
Just
of you's a bit Jesus.
loading up both here, the chat and the live chat on YouTube and the Discord chat with my friends, because right now they can't. I'm not in a call with them because my phone's at 3% battery. Anyway, time loop. Welcome us back.
Friends,
We're at time loop 20 and we're with Elena.
the team will keep you safe.
It's everyone's favorite man, the man,
The people never happy.
the Malin James. When looking for clues, remember that game makers are evil and hide them in tricky places. I'm Lewis everything. And I'm wrong. Wait, no.
More time in the company of Miss Canterbury Boatshoe. I could do this forever.
A little bit flaky.
Shush.
Probably the weather. Kath, can I please
Alright.
get our top up, please, when you're ready?
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number.
It's another blind date I've been on where no one turns up. Now by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm. The hate my childhood sweetheart married my best friend. The rage my cat was when I ran him over. The conversations I've had with my father and the exact time my mother walked out. Honestly, I don't see how it's so hard for you to remember.
My goodness, such a litany of sorrows. Helena Canterbury Boatshoe.
Dr. Charles Magnus, this is my assistant, Chester.
Chester Mims, 24.
Chester Mims, 24. My pet peeves are poor dental hygiene.
Oh boy, propaganda time. Alright, for the one person in my group who has no idea what this game is, this is not for broadcast, obviously. I think you know that already, but this is the DLC, the time loop. Now the time loop is different.
Where's Jeremy?
I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Bo's been helping me up.
Yes, thank you, Chester.
Bozeman held Jeremy up. Why?
10 seconds, everybody.
It's time for a
Why is there a random celebrity here?
We're throwing the regular schedule
5,
away for a night of
Anyway, as I was saying,
3.
while Jeremy does his thing.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy.
This is the Time Loop DLC. This is kind of different.
This is
kind of unrelated to what the actual game is. It's a DLC, obviously. So this is kind of separate from the entire plotline of the actual game.
They claim their Euphoria device will
Basically, what we're seeing right now is we're stuck in a time loop. And we're changing random things in the time loop thanks to our boss, Bozeman.
Joined in the studio tonight.
Actually, at this point, no one's watching, so... Seizure. Anyway, as I was saying...
My favourite body parts are my eyes, my spleen, and of course my above-average size penis.
Fascinating guests.
Anyway, okay, so... This DLC, basically... stuck in a time loop. We have the Night of Smiles in here, and basically what we need to do is you get the idea. Anyway.
All night for the Night of Smiles.
45 seconds back.
Jeremy Dawson, pleased to meet you.
Can you shush, Lewis? Or else I will get day 296 Jeremy Donaldson to come to your house. You got that? You got that, Lewis? You got that? You got that, Lewis? For what? You see, Lewis, I would say, but I can't spoil the plot now to the person who doesn't even... Two? That's a bit overboard. You can spoil it out, okay. Hang on. You reminded me I need to send the stream link somewhere. Just give me 2 seconds while it loads. Okay, it's sent to wherever. Problem is, I can't bloody see it. Hang on. Did it send? I need to check. Give me 2 seconds. I need to check if it actually sent or not. Oh, wait, you did! Hang on. Fuck. This is a bad. Anyway, my Discord is now dead, basically. So, speed. I'm just gonna quit Discord before that happens. And now Discord is on my phone, but it's 36%, so I'm not gonna do it. As I was saying, also I need to turn up the volume of my TV because I set it way too low. I can't hear shit. 10, 11 right now.
I am a huge fan of your work. Huge.
Thank you. I wish I could say the same. I don't get much time at the cinema, though.
Oh, that's a shame. Your world must be awfully bleak. You poor little man.
We probably don't need to watch these, Alex.
Do you interview him too? He looks somewhat broken.
Oh, he's fine. I was chatting to him before. Just leave it to me.
Yes, leave it to Megan. You poor little man.
You're man. You're such a wicked
10
man.
seconds, everyone.
In a big suit, a little man. So you heard that then, did you?
5, 4, 3.
Anyway. Right now, we're trying to figure out the combination lock, which
Back in just
we
a few
figured
minutes.
out how many chats he's had with his dad, but we need to figure out everything else left.
The impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first
Two
ever maths
facts,
test.
go. Let me finish first, Lewis. As I was saying, so this is the board we have here. We're trying to figure out the combination. This is all the things that it means, and it all deciphers to the doctor who's created this like happiness machine. And this is what we've gotten so far. So now I need to get everything else.
First, let's meet our gleeful guests, Helena Canterbury Boatshoe, Dr. Charles Magnus, and Chester Mims. If I might start with you, Doctor, what should we be expecting to feel like when the machine is switched on?
Happier, we hope.
Yeah, but will it be just mild happiness?
Such as one might experience in finding a misplaced hunger.
Thank you, Jeremy. Or will it be all-encompassing bliss?
Oh, such as when one is in love.
Well, yes, exactly.
I wouldn't know about love.
Dr. Magnus has never had a romantic relationship.
Married to science, I'd imagine how romantic.
Oh, no. He's had loads of dates. He finds them in the personal ads.
Yes, thank you, Chester.
Oh, well, it's good that you're trying.
Not empirically, it isn't. No. I think over the last, 31 years, he has had 122 blind dates. Of these, 3 have left in tears, 15 have had sudden family emergencies, 4 sat opposite him, repeating the word no over and over again until they left. I mean, I could go on.
I'd rather you didn't.
Exactly half of them never even went to bed. I mean, that's just dreadful, isn't it? And then, of course, there's her.
Chester! We don't deal in impossibilities at the Happiness Collective.
Anyway, so apparently for unsuccessful blind dates, he's had 122, and exactly half of them haven't turned up. However, oh, for God's sake. I'm trying to stream! What is it now? One sec, guys. She gave me my sister, for some reason, just gave me a Kinder Chocolate. Why? Believe me, I would love to know. Sadly, I don't. I don't eat the spoon. That's great. I've already bloody dislocated the spoon. Ah, fuck it, I'll just eat it with my hands. Actually, no, I kind of need... Who chocolate can I have? No. I'll try to play while I'm eating this, just so you know.
Do. Focus on what we can do.
Yes, Dr. Magnus.
Don't think so.
When you said no, go on. Go on, I said. Go on. No. No person to stand up, please. We're in the middle of the pack. We just want to keep it in one piece. Oh. And now, Blue is now accusing you of spelling Sandoval wrong.
This is why I've forsworn anything other than the most casual of relationships with men.
Not likely, Alex.
Oh, yes. I bought a cat 12 years ago.
Absolutely.
Then you understand.
Ran him over on my 45th birthday.
Heard you the first time.
Just loved sunbathing on the drive.
No comment like that of mourning a beloved pet. Was Chutney the inspiration behind your euphoria device?
Or perhaps some other god.
Not a cat person either, Mr. Donaldson. Oh, you are such a tragic figure. You tug at one's heartstrings. It's all so sad.
No, really, it's not.
Well, it's not long now until we flip on the machine and find out whether we all feel like we're in love, even if it is just with a cat.
I'm hoping for the warm happiness one feels looking out over the family estate, with a couple of our housekeeper's famous hotshot, wearing nothing but a kabuki mask.
So wicked specific.
So they let you keep your family's estate then, did they?
Sort of. It's mainly used as a film set these days.
Fascinating. I am going to have to stop you there, though, because we are going live to New Advance HQ for a very special message of good luck. Let's go to that now.
About a minute, everybody. Let's get you over to the device now, please.
Did you get a memo from Booth?
No? What memo?
I think he's losing his mind. 15 pages about nothing. Literally nothing.
What did you do? You must have done something to piss him off.
Impossible to say. Often being myself is enough.
So what do you reckon? Do you think it's going to work?
Depends what you mean by work.
Of course it's not going to work. Well, it's not thousands of people bringing in claim that it has. It's going to be mass hysteria.
Ah, mass euphoria. As long as it's not masturbation. Did Jenny just make a masturbation joke?
No, it's very wrong.
We're only getting started.
10 seconds, everybody. 10 seconds, everybody. 5, 4, 3.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there, and of course, without the assets and wealth funding you received...
This machine was still being the deranged scribblings of a snake oil salesman.
Well, will your machine cure cynicism too, Dr. Magnus?
Not if being a cynic makes him happy, I'm afraid.
You know, it really does.
Oh, bless your poor damaged heart. Perhaps you should press the button with me. I have a feeling it'll be the first thing you've done in a long time to make yourself happier.
You know, I could push the button with you. I mean, it would be an honour.
Sorry, sweetie. The general public aren't allowed to make physical contact for legal reasons.
Of course.
Yay!
Such soft hands, Mr. Donaldson.
Don't think so.
Yes, I could say the same about yourself.
Well then.
I think we got everything we need from that sequence. Capital.
Alright. So I believe the last thing we need to do now is go over to Jordan Rankley. Or not. Actually, no. We have gotten everything out of him too. I believe I have everything out of everyone. So I have to call all of them, but I did not realise that. Because I didn't see that got everything on fucking Jordan Rankley's card. So, yeah, please give me 2 seconds while I have to restart the loop now that Jordan Rankley is coming back on, even though we've already been through him. You're missing data from Alan, I think. I'll double check Alan's card once I get out of this. I already picked Jordan, so I can't really do much. Blue, you know you can go into the YT chat too. You're not the only person who exists.
I can't deny they make good television, but I think Jordan's given us everything.
So, yeah, we've already got everything from Alan. We've gotten everything from Crazy Neil. We've gotten everything from Jeff Algebra. We've gotten everything from Goat Shoe, and we've gotten everything from Jordan Rankley. So now, don't mind me.
Well, you didn't even ding the bell once. What a waste of time that was.
Bogman, shush. So now,
Yes, hurrah!
we gotta call them all. Neil is missing. No, I got everything from Neil's card. If you really think so, go back and check. Anyway, yeah, now all 5 of them all 5 of them are now going to be on at the same time. Is this going to be chaos? You tell me. Time loop begins. What do we got for ads? The Steel Chase Rally Cup. Yeah, I can't tell with the Canine Detectives. Las Bolitas and whatever. The 126, the chaos.
Yes, a packed set. Let's see what this motley crew can dig up for us. You should see the orchestra pit. It's like a musical bolognese down there.
Oh, God.
I told you 1,000 times.
I can't possibly fit you all in. Some of you are going to have to stand at the back. I know what Posen was thinking looking at those people.
Something devilishly cunning, Jenny, don't you worry.
Dr. Magnus.
How many mics do you think I have? They're closing it. I can monitor.
Who are you talking about?
Ben. Hello.
We do know, Colin. We do know. Yeah. One thing, Colin always gets stuck in time loops, apparently. That was made apparent earlier, so, yeah.
Christ, it's a convention of the desperate.
I think the collective noun is disappointment.
So, Mr. Jones, what would you say is your greatest fear? And let's keep it light, eh?
Oh, that's a good one. I think the thing I fear the most is the consequence of my enormous intellect. Me too, as it happens.
Ooh, I love getting stuck in time.
I'm sure that'll work, but I don't suppose clowns features anywhere too?
Actually, I'm scared of clowns.
Why?
My father took me to the circus and it was very traumatic.
Disagree.
Okay.
After I'd finished sobbing, we had our second conversation. I remember I was 22.
Oh, you poor man. Circuses are a trope.
I already figured out that his chats with Baz was 2, so 100. So yeah, I just need to figure out everything else.
Places. I fight for animals every day.
Dreadful places. Absolute nonsense. The smell of the sawdust. The lights, the music. The terrified roars of the broken animals. What's not to love?
Sorry, I'm late. Enormous queef. Jenny, we did know how many guests we were booking today, did we?
I think so. It was a bit last minute.
Just
Nonsense.
I spoke to Bozeman. 10 seconds. He laughed. Just laughed.
I did. It's true.
5,
Oh.
4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeff Algebra. I'm Alan J.
No.
And I'm Dr. Charles Magnus. Your turn, Chester.
Chester Mims, 24. My favourite
Oh,
sound.
no.
Pop of bubble wrap. The laughter of a badger, and of course.
Do I join in?
Might as well, seems to be the thing we're doing.
My name's Helena Canterbury Boatshoe, and I'd rather not say my age. My favourite sounds are empathy, humility, and humanity.
I quite like farts.
Well, I enjoy the sizzling of a steak, and of course, the subs of the braided.
Oh, that silly squeaky voice you get when you inhale helium.
Yeah.
How dare you?
What?
How dare you bring up that double proton bastard in my
Don't think so.
I'm afraid Dr. Magnus had a very bad experience with
Colorless,
Not likely, Alex.
tasteless, pointless.
It was during our second application for funding back before Advance. We were demonstrating a prototype and we'd chosen to use helium as the catalyst.
Disagree.
Of course, it started escaping from the...
No, it's Badminton. My last name is Austin. You really just said that, Lewis. Anyway, hi, Red.
Machine.
Couldn't see it, couldn't smell it, couldn't taste it.
Nonsense.
His voice slowly started rising
think so.
to pitch, which
Oh,
we
God.
thought was terribly amusing, but I'm afraid he didn't quite see the funny side
It's
of
dead
it.
to me. I've scratched it off every periodic table in the...
Oh! Lewis, do you mind shutting up so I can actually read what the fucking thing is saying? The chat is blocking the top right. And I've gotten all the clues I have for wearing gloves. So he names the numbers after the periodic table. Those are the atomic numbers. The combination lock is set for the atomic number for copper, and Magnus doesn't count helium, apparently. So, helium. Helium does not exist in Magnus's eyes.
Building, it does not exist. Pointless monotonic. I hope it all gets. I don't care if it takes.
Okay, cool. Reload again.
Every single one of humanity within as it goes.
The Night of Smiles.
Okay, so we're overrunning a little bit, so if we can keep it tight in the next section, otherwise we won't get to the button press.
Sorry, I think I might have got us a bit off track there.
Really? Jeff, do you think so?
I quite like the smell of parsnips.
Oh, a much underrated vegetable, the parsnip. Great for dinner, in a casserole, and for the really ambitious, a souffle.
Oh, I love a man who can cook a souffle. Just...
What the fuck is happening?
Got a 5 out of 7 success rate. The secret's in
Look at Chester.
Chester, you're
I got all of them.
little puppy.
Apologies on that! I swear to God! I swear to God, the next time someone enters my room, I'll fucking punch them in the face. Anyway, as I was saying...
10 seconds!
I'll do better this time.
Please. Going in 5, 4, 3...
Welcome back. It's just a few minutes
Yeah, that was-
until the impressive machine behind me is activated.
Whoa, whoa, hold up, hold up!
Oh, I forgot this! Oh, no, I forgot this!
Don't make any rush decisions yet!
Oh, come on!
That funny little man from the commercial.
Crazy Deal's the name, Crazy Deal's the game. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's really difficult to get that thing up 31 flights of stairs.
2 devices, double the risk. It's all in my new book.
Alan J.
Sorry, excuse me. Drop my tiny book.
Oh no.
Fuck me, Alan. Is your brain any bigger than your book?
Are either of you two even real scientists? Who actually even are you?
I'm a scientist. I can prove it. Chester, if you please.
Oh, right, yes.
Chamber, please don't kill anyone.
You read it out.
Right you are. Charles Magnus, born January 1st. New Year, baby. 1930 something. I can't read that without my glasses. At 7:43 p.m. Race Caucasian. Gender difficult to discern. Here we are. Birthmarks. 2. One on the upper left thigh in the shape of an accordion. And the second on the right buttock in the shape of a small magnet.
We're doing birthmarks, are we? Well, Crazy Neil's got a whole bunch of them. Feast your eyes on this.
Save me! Thank you, Mr. Mr. Neil, that's no need for that.
My hero.
Dr. Magnus, tell us how your machine works, please.
Well, you see, I'd love to tell you, but, you know, there's a whole bunch of tricks.
If you want.
No!
Right you are.
Well, it's all about vibration, really.
God's sake.
It's the melody of humanity.
Oh, you're a poet, darling. The ladies must adore you.
Not really.
Yes, I've been logging Dr. Magnus's romantic engagements for years. For science, obviously.
Unlikely, Alex.
I'm a scientist.
Can you guys please stop with the cooking discussion? This is... I feel like you guys are going too far here. I am not going to answer the question now, shush. Also, casually puts on cowboy music. That is a trademark feature of Crazy Neil, might I add. Cowboy music follows him wherever he goes.
And every single one of them, without a doubt, has been an unmitigated disaster.
And there were 22 other failed attempts even before he started logging them.
Disagree.
Yes. Do we count them?
Absolutely.
There were 22 extra no-shows. Okay. For fuck's sake, please. I don't have the time for this. Please, Red. Want to talk about points? Yeah, sure, why not? I got fucking eliminated because Lewis did not notice Mattia Binotto.
None of them even showed up.
Got it! It was hard to see.
Fuck's sake, Alan. I wouldn't even hire you to work at a circus. You're a clown, Alan. A fucking clown!
Actually, it's me who's afraid of clowns. Remember? It's the last time I had a conversation with my father.
Right, well, you're a fucking clown and all. You're about to make people happy with vibration.
Well, one of the
Unlikely, Alex.
I think we've had time there, aren't we, Megan?
Yeah, absolutely. We are, Jeremy. There's less than a minute to go now. So while we get everyone set up at the Euphoria device, let's go over to the Prime Minister's...
Lewis, how could you? To be fair. Go on, Lewis. Don't put the blame on Logie! Okay? You're not putting the blame on the other co-host! I will not allow it!
Advance HQ for a very special message.
Okay, so that's about a minute back. Lovely stuff. If we could get you all over to the device now, please.
So, this trip to the circus with your father would make an excellent scene in the TV show, don't you think? A Dark Night in 1922.
No, it was 1956. I was 22.
Yes, but we'll set it in 1922.
Well, what was 1922 about? The circus trip was in 1956, okay. Britain is exhausting. Bro can't even spell his own country right. It's Britain.
It'll play better in black and white, don't you think?
Could I possibly get your phone number?
Absolutely not.
Fucking brute.
Like one of your dates, eh, Chaz?
Actually, it's Dr. Charles Magnus. I wrote the paper on theories of theorizing in a theoretical universe.
That sounds useful.
Yeah, well, I wrote a small play called Hey Friendship. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Of course he has. Of course I haven't.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Force James Graham has this spell. Listen, I don't want to know, but I know.
2.
Fantastic. The Prime Minister's there, and of course, without the assets and wealth funding you received
from the corrupteers.
Come on, let's get on with it and press the fucking button already.
Should we all do it together?
What a wonderful idea.
Oh, don't worry about him. Let's all get on with it.
Hang on, what about my device?
Be honest, Mr. Neal, is it even safe?
Well, actually, I'm not quite sure what's gone into it, so...
Watch out, here comes Grubby Jeff. Oh, that's what they say in the staff room. I think it's affectionate.
Sure it is. Shall we get a timer? Oh, a counter on the screen, that's it, excellent. And we are going in 10, 9,
8, 7, 6,
come on, Alan.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well.
Not sure we managed to get all the clues there, Winston.
Yeah, I know. I might be able to decipher it, though. I think I might be able to decipher it. I hope, anyway. So, let's look at what we have. Okay, so Magnus has had 122 blind dates, and exactly half haven't turned up. However, we know that there are 22 extra no-shows. 122 divided by 2, that's 61, plus 22, that is 83. So, over here, we're going to... $83. Let's run the check. Correct. Next, Tragic Mouse Date. It was in 1956. It was on the 5th anniversary of Magnus's dad's death. Magnus's father died on the day they visited the circus. Now, I'm not quite sure, but the circus trip must have been on his birthday. Because why would they be mentioning his birth if that was the case? So, it was on the 5th anniversary. So, it would be 1961. Let's put that in. 1961. It was correct. Next, the rowing number of lumps on his left back. He numbers his lumps via the periodic table. The combination number for copper, which is 20 element. So, we have to push it back by 1, making the number 28. Test it out. Boom. 3. Okay. Number 4. The cat's age. Circus trip was in 1956. He was born sometime in the 1930s, but that doesn't matter. He ran it over on his 45th birthday. That was 12 years ago. It's the 10th of March, 1985. Sometime in the 1930s, you say? Good, Bruce Forsyth. And I say we will. He was born sometime in the 1930s. I bought a cat 12 years ago. We should go from 1973 all the way over to 1985. We're going to see when it happens. However, oh shit, okay. Right, 1973 to 1985. However, that doesn't mean we have to do it in age. So, so, he bought it 12 years ago, so we need to go from 1 to 12. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now we have one more. The time his mother left. He left the exact same time he was born, which was 7:43 p.m. Now, I'm going to do this in 24-hour format. So 19 gets 19, which is 7 p.m. 43. And now... Done!
Okay, Alex, we did it! What a good little stooge you make. Now, as I said before, the instructions say the core workings of the relay machine all revolve around the wire sets. Apparently, there are 2 sets.
Yes.
One group of 3 on the left and one group of 4 on the right. Let me just read you the instructions here. To change the output function, take one wire from the left-hand variant number group and swap it to the right-hand departmental register group. Attention! Do not, under any circumstances, swap wires in the same group. The relay device has a very specific configuration, and deviating from the instruction provided in this handbook could result in unintended, disastrous consequences. Noted. Well, that seems clear enough. Try picking up one of the wires now, Alex.
What wires in the same group? I was going to do that anyway, since that's going to make it funny.
A different wire in the other group.
Nah.
Winston, I feel I was very clear. I even read you the instructions where it said, do not, under any circumstances, swap wires within the same...
Fuck you, Bozeman! I am funny! Right, what have we got?
I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't
This is Unity. Okay, no football cast is made in the Unity game engine, so this happened. Well, welcome back to the time loop.
The number of blind dates I've been on when no one has turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under Lamar.
Yeah, no. I tried modding North for broadcast. Tell me something I don't know. Jeremy Donaldson playing Maxwell in Close But No Cigar. Now, what if we did it the other end of the spectrum? It's 13,593. Who the fuck are these guys? Who is her?
This doesn't feel right. What foul carpet is this? Why
Not
is
for
my
games.
office so small?
Not for games,
Who
the
took
man.
away my snack drawer? Why did you swap 2 wires in the same group?
This is the top. This is not games.
Multiverse. Today is quite
This is the bloody developers.
Stay focused, Robert. When we get back from here, wherever here is, I think it might be useful to know about the mysterious her that Magnus seems infatuated with. Maybe she can help us distract him in some way. There's a Happiness Collective personnel file here, but there are thousands of names in it. How are we supposed to... Hang on. What's this? There's a document here with the letters GDD on it.
Okay.
Whatever that means. And it says, and I quote, player must find honorific
The title.
first name, last name,
Okay.
and department she works in to unlock end game. So I suppose we should do that. At the bottom of the page, there's a scribbled note that says, repeat bell mechanic from Act 2 throughout multiverse. I knew it. A bloody multiverse. What a tiresome bloody day.
Womp, 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 womp. Oh. It's the guys!
So, it's a time loop.
Yeah. And a multiverse.
Yeah.
We can just do one or the other.
No. How much is this going to cost?
The button, sir. So this is the button.
Oh! That's the guy who's responding to my support complaint on Not Games.
And how much did that cost?
I don't know who those idiots were, but I don't like them, and I think we should leave.
Right call. Let's set the TV to channel 1. Because it's the TV to channel 1. So it's like, what do you want? Anyway. Now that we've done that, BBC One. Now, moving on. Sixgasm.
Hello, mate. But it seems like we're in a bit of a different reality here. New body. Bozeman is Big Chris. Fucking brilliant. Right,
Big Chris.
I told you 1,000 times, sycophantic Chris. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart Chris married my best Chris, and the age my cat Chris was when I ran him over. The number of conversations I've had with my distant paternal Chris, and the exact time my neurotic maternal Chris walked out. I honestly don't see why it's so hard for you to remember.
If you could just sit here, Science Chris, the host will be with you shortly.
Not you.
Sorry, Science Chris.
What's the matter, Colin?
I don't like it. I don't like this. I mean, a show's one thing, but a whole world.
Are you okay, Colin?
I don't like it.
What doesn't Colin like?
Everything about me.
Oh, is that all? Ah, you must be so-called Science Chris. I'm Principled Shabby News Chris. But for tonight, you can call me Cynical Chris.
What a strange nickname.
Sorry, I'm late. Clingy Chris. Science Chris.
That's right.
Career-driven cupcake Chris. Nice to meet you.
10 seconds, everybody.
Hang on, where's...
Everybody set? Okay, we are going in 5,
And now on Channel
4,
Chris, it's time for
3.
a Chris-tastic special event. Let's go!
Good evening. I'm outdated, ill-tempered News Chris.
And I'm charismatic sellout Chris. It's the 13th of March 1985 and this is a Channel Chris special event hosted by your national nightly Chris team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy halls of Chryslerberry, Science Chris and his optimistically named Happiness Chris Lective have been working on a secret project.
They claim their Chrisphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country.
Chris!
Tonight, live on Channel Chris, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
We'll be in and out schedule throughout the evening, with our team of roving Chris's standing by up and down the country to report live on whether the device has brought a smile to your face.
We've had a bit of a Chris moment.
World of science, politics and entertainment, and of course, those all-important results.
So don't move that dial. Stick with Channel Chris all evening as we bring you
The Night of Chris's!
Okay, that's about 30 seconds back. Has anyone seen Big Chris? It's not like him to be late.
Oh, fuck. It says I'm on next with Science Chris. Good luck, Agenda
I said he'd hope not. I was promised that he would be...
Oh, look! Ungendered! See? I was right about Alex not having a gender. I was right! Yes!
here for the big button press.
I'm sure he'll be here.
Oh, sorry. Late. Oh, those fucking stairs. Oh, not used to these legs.
See, just in time. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass test of its type.
Confirmed. It's happened. Alex does not have a designated gender.
But before then, here he is, everybody.
Jennifer, would you... Oh, fuck no. Yes. Definitely.
Man himself, Big Chris!
Couldn't miss the big button push, could I, sycophantic employee Chris?
Right, it's always boss.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Big Chris. But if we might turn to the man behind this experiment, Science Chris, I'm told it's also a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, thank you.
You do know an Australian member of Parliament used that word in a speech. I'm not even joking. Fucking Australian, mate. Like, there was an Australian who was doing a thing, right? And but it was like okay.
So, please, walk us through the aims of the Happiness Chris Collective and what the Christorio advice will do for the country.
Well, it's not too complicated to understand, really. We are all Chris. We know this, and we accept it to be true. And thus, despite our various comical differences, on a fundamental level, we are all the same. Our device utilizes this link to tweak our collective emotional frequency to create a joint feeling of elation. And with happier Chris's, there will be, of course, a happier world.
And I'm sure all of this comes at a great expense to the average tax-paying Chris, am I right?
Sorry, predictably disagreeable, Chris. I'm just going to quickly jump in here, mate.
Go ahead.
Obviously, brilliant work. Good stuff. But theoretically, what would happen if someone were to, I don't know, switch around the wires in the relay?
Oh, it wouldn't happen.
How so?
No, Chris alive would be so stupid.
Yeah. Well, let's just pretend one was.
Well, if the safety regulations weren't adhered to and this hypothetical catastrophically moronic Chris was...
Yeah, all right, well, let's just call him benevolent, but ultimately misguided Chris.
If someone messed with the machine without grasping the fundamental science behind it, any number of disasters might occur. By its nature, the device is connected to every one of us, so we'd all be affected by it.
But how, specifically?
Well, I'm sure that every...
No! Stop! Please! It isn't even funny anymore! You see? Look, it even... Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Alright, let's see what happens with the Chris's.
Precaution has been taken, isn't that right, Science Chris?
Oh, absolutely. There's really nothing to worry about.
But if there were...
Well, it would most likely be fine. So long as we didn't stay in any permutation for too long, well, then the fabric of time and space itself might destabilize.
Science, Chris. It's taken years of work, unfathomable amounts of money, and for a device that may or may not make Chris's a little cheerier around the country. Is that right?
Well, we're very confident, needlessly critical Chris.
All right, call me impulsive, Chris, but let's get this show on the road.
But what about union-appointed health, Chris?
Oh, fuck me. No, fuck off. No, we need to do the button push.
Okay, you're the boss, which of course means let's welcome button-pushing Chris.
Not to worry, not to worry. The suit is the result of a previous button he pushed. It's actually to protect us from him.
Exactly, and besides, if anything did go wrong with the machine, there'd be no point wearing a silly little suit like this.
And you are?
Assistant Science Chris, 24. My favourite Chris's are Origami Chris, Machine Washable Chris, and of course, Chris who knows what you did last summer.
Okay then, are we ready to go with the experiment?
Absolutely we are. Button-pushing Chris has been practising at the big button all morning.
Alrighty, I guess we should kick it off then.
Yes, fucking yes. Go.
Okay, so let's welcome Countdown Chris.
Okay, folks, here we go.
Matryoshka.
In 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. I got nothing out of that. So, that's how they pronounce it in the song, though, right? That's how they pronounce it in the song, isn't it? They do it so fast anyway, it's hard to tell. I can't really roll my R's that well. I'll try. Maxios. No! My phone is at 14%! An investigation of the themes and morality behind uncircumcised
I've turned into that irritating nephew of mine. He can't shut up. Always has to comment and everything. He's a smug little so-and-so. Or, more accurately, I'm currently a smug little so-and-so.
Got a plan of attack?
I'm going to start on the variants and move on to the consumer stuff once he's on.
Parts and sizes.
On the ropes, we still have to have the button pressed, Adrian.
Not if he chooses not to. The only one who can stop the experiment is Magnus.
Very interesting.
What will we fill the rest of the schedule with tonight?
Clearly wrong.
Kenneth's problem.
Shit.
He'll think of something. He's nothing if not creative.
Yes, I am.
Activity away from my employment contract, if that's okay.
When you hire Adrian Atkinson Blimey, you know what you're getting.
It's a popular science piece.
What you're getting is a skilled dissection.
Adrian, this is not incisors.
Hmm? Certainly looks like incisors. I mean, this is the incisors studio, isn't it? And oh yes, this is definitely my background. Look, it's got incisors written on it. Oh, and there's my face.
You are dreadful at sarcasm.
But excellent at journalism.
10 seconds, everybody. You can bark, but you can't bite.
In a replacement of our
Keep it smart, everyone.
We're privileged to be spending the evening with Adrian Atkinson
3,
Blimey as Channel 1 attempts to push the limits of metaphysics.
Good evening. Tonight on Channel 1, we'll be dedicating most of the schedule to an innovative experiment. Dr. Charles Magnus and his sagacious collective claim their Euphoria device, this contraption you see right here, will make all of us more convivial, including you. Is that credible? Or even ethical?
No.
Tonight, with the help of you, our discerning viewers, we are all going to find out. I'm Adrian Atkinson Blimey, your host for an evening of experimental harmonic science.
That's about 40 seconds back. Can we get the guests in and mic checked, please?
My nan watched this, Joe.
Smart woman.
5 degrees, 2 homicides.
I interviewed her lawyer, remember?
Oh yeah, I forget. You think this is normal?
You're a strange man, Colin.
Stop playing around.
Good evening. Nice to meet
She said not to talk to him, remember?
That's definitely not right.
All ladies
Absolutely not.
10 seconds.
She said that he doesn't like to speak to guests before interviews because it
Going
puts us-
in 5, 4,
Clearly wrong.
3, 4.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, this singular machine will be activated, marking the inaugural investigation into emotional resonance. But before we switch it on, let's dig our teeth in. Dr. Charles Magnus, you are the head of the self-styled Happiness Collective and the inventor of this fascinating emitter.
Yes, that's correct. Good evening. And this is my assistant.
Chester Mims, 24. It says here that your favorite numbers are 5 minus 800 and the square root of minus 1.
Yes, that's right.
If I understand it correctly, gentlemen, and I should imagine that I do, your device's frequency should raise the vibrational state of all conscious life until we attain a frequency that your experiments have demonstrated represents happiness.
Yes, that's right.
That's the theorized outcome.
But of course...
So negative 795. Well... I'm not sure exactly that's the one for negative one. You never know, really.
It's not just felicitousness, is it? Other frequencies could also be targeted by the same technology.
Well, yes, theoretically, but why would you want to do that?
Maybe that's a question for someone else?
I'm not an ethicist.
Mr. Mims, this device is rather large and cumbersome, and what we see here is only part of it, I believe, as the relay has had to be hardwired into the power conduits in our broadcast room. Am I correct?
Well, of course, this is the first iteration. Let's not forget that the earliest computers required huge rooms to house them. And over time, they've become able to fit on just a moderately large desk. We'd imagine that in the future, further iterations would be much more portable, personal use.
Yes, we can perceive a world where people can choose to alter their emotions whenever they want and whatever they want to feel.
Domestic devices? Emanating on a room-sized scale?
Yes, at first, yes. Eventually portable, perhaps even pocket-sized. I mean, just imagine the possibilities.
Yes, I am. I'm thinking of the possibility of inviting a female guest back to my emotionally controlled room and setting my home device to induce lust in her. Of the rebellious teenager who takes his to school set for anger. The offices set for fear, compliance.
But why would anybody in their right mind want to do that?
No, Ken,
Why does
no.
humanity do any of its evil?
Again, oh Christ, not an ethicist.
People happier.
For now.
Whilst I respect your line of questioning, Adrian, I have to confess...
They are very photogenic.
Well, I'm feeling somewhat ambushed.
I'm afraid that your confession will have to wait, Dr. Magnus, because I'm going live now to Advance Headquarters to speak to the nominal leaders of our fragile coalition government. Are you receiving me, Prime Ministers?
Loud and clear, Adrian. What an exciting evening. When we formed a coalition, one of the first pieces of common ground we planted our mutual flags on was the importance of supporting our science and technology industries.
After all, what's the point in all that superior education we're providing?
Dr. Magnus and his team impressed us with the simple, well-intentioned...
Aha! I wonder what you mean by that.
nature of their project. Everyone happier. How could we not fund that? It is, after all, one of the 4 basic requirements of a government.
And all this experimental technology was funded by the government?
Well, yes. I mean, we've invested record sums in funding the science and the...
So I assume you own the resultant technology?
Well, not us, Adrian. The public own this incredible technology. It was, after all, their taxes that paid for it.
But the public don't have the capacity to alter the device, do they? Or to make other devices?
Well, what sort of other devices?
That's an excellent question. Let's chew on it for a while. In 1518, the residents of the city of Strosnov in southern Sconce experienced what was known as the dancing plague.
Fascinating.
People began spontaneously dancing and they didn't stop for days. It was infectious. More and more people joined in. They literally danced themselves to death.
You're making that up. I mean, surely he's making that up. Hmm?
You can look it up in an encyclopedia after the show, Prime Minister. I'm suggesting that if one amplifies this device sufficiently, it becomes a weapon, does it not?
Make the enemy dance themselves to death? Well, that's hardly an effective military strategy, Adrian.
Or with a few garble adjustments, surely it could send an enemy encampment mad with rage or suicidal with despair.
We have no such plans, nor would Dr. Magnus and his team sanction such a use.
Think of it. At the flick of a switch, demonstrators are calmed, protesters pacified.
We would never use such a device on the general population.
And what of the commonality? In a society where this technology is commonplace, how would a citizen know whether the emotions they were feeling from minute to minute were even their own?
Yeah, where's your science now, bitch?
Insightful questions, as always, Adrian, but tonight is about an attempt to make people happier. And, well, we're here just to wish you all the very best of luck.
Back to you in the studio. Back to you in the studio.
The Prime Minister's there. And of course, Without the
smug, posh-breath face and his nasty little questions and his fucking orthodontic metaphor.
This program thrives on the free exchange of ideas.
I have a colleague who works in one of the more esoteric departments in the collective, and
Oh, was it her?
Stand by.
Oh, you know Dr. Magnus, Professor.
Fantasize. Anyway, this unnamed professor and I were, by pure coincidence, discussing the dancing plague of 1518, and she reliably assures me that the Blissgate Secretary will negate any concerns about such an eventuality.
But that is untested.
I can assure you that the T-tests are absolutely magnificent to behold, and besides, if we discovered any negative effects, we could simply turn the device off. It's not permanent, Adrian.
So you say.
You know, Mr. Blimey, I always thought that you were a man of intellect, a ruthless campaigner of precision and truth.
I am all of those things.
No, you're not. You're a grumpy old man who can't see the good in anything.
Manners, Chester.
No, I'm sorry, Dr. Magnus, but I'm really quite upset.
Well, I can see that. You're practically apoplectic.
Yes, I am.
Stop playing around.
All you want is a little bit of happiness for a short amount of time. And you're a good man, Dr. Magnus. I know that. And if she can't give it to you, then I'll give it to you instead.
But is the human animal responsible enough for this type of technology? Do we have the
shut up, Adrian!
Whoa!
Well, you got the honorific, which means we're done here, I think. Shame. It's been a pleasure to be in such a well-rounded body. Guess this is a goodbye. You seem lovely. You're a bit scruffy. If you need
Not for television, the spin-off. Okay. So we've already been through Big Chris's news of Chris and incisors. What will TV3 give us? According to some things, it has been noted by many. It has been noted that Channel 3 is a very direct competitor to Channel 1. So, let's see what happens here. Shall we? Together. I'm also going to move from shop chat to all live chats and losing some of the messages you guys are saying. What's next? Whoa. The fuck are we in now? Oh god, no. Not for life, a sacrifice. Oh no.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of mating rituals I've attended when nobody's turned up, followed by the number of blessings the entity has bestowed under my left arm. The date my predestined match was sacrificed by my best friend, the age my pet Woglaw was when I was forced to eat him. The number of times I've communed with the darkness, and the exact position of the celestial bodies when I first felt its dark touch. I honestly don't see why that's so hard for you to remember.
What's Colin's reaction?
Okay, please, High Priest Magnus, the host will be with you shortly.
Not you.
Dr. Magnus, I don't like the way it's been looking at me lately. Isn't it possible for me to sit here?
No, definitely not. Honestly, you think too highly of yourself, Chester. You're not chosen. You'll be fine. Now go and wait over there.
Yes, Dr. Magnus.
Be respectful in its presence, please, Colin.
Interesting. Wouldn't want to live here, though.
Live where?
How's that? Definitely different, though.
What's different?
My clothing choices, if you ask my mother.
She's half blind, though, isn't she?
Doesn't seem to stop her. Jeremy, this is Dr. Magnus. His assistant's floating around here somewhere, too.
Doctor? Pleased to meet you. I'm afraid you may find me a little sceptical, though.
Science thrives on being challenged, Mr. Donaldson.
Sorry I'm late. Ancient curse. High Priest Magnus.
Doctor, I believe.
Either is appropriate.
10 seconds, everybody.
Seems like a conflict of interest to me.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This one is Jeremy Dawson.
And this one is Megan Wolfe. It's the third blood moon in the year of the severed heart, and this is an Ancient One special event hosted
He did not apparently. Okay, so apparently Lewis did not like this one. I did see part of this, I will admit.
In an ancient tower, concealed within the hallowed forest of Tittlewood, High Priest Dr. Charles Magnus and his appropriately named unworthy congregation have been working on a grand act.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country, which, as we all know, provides a dramatic and positive increase in taste for it that devours.
We'll be in and out of schedule
Oh no.
with our eager team of
What have we
subalterns
done?
standing by up and down its blessed stalking grounds. They'll report live, first, on whether the device has brought a smile to their faces, and then later we'll find out if it's brought flavour to their veins.
We'll have sacrificial offerings from the worlds of science, religion and entertainment, and of course...
Science, religion, and entertainment.
So don't move that dial, and as always,
appease the great ancient.
Right, that's 45 seconds back.
Oh no, he's eating Chester. Oh god, what the fuck? Where the fuck is he? What the fuck was that?
10 seconds, everybody. 10 seconds, everybody. 5.
Welcome back. In just a few swishes of its mighty barbed tentacles, this resplendent machine behind
Mr.
me...
Mims is gone. Age 24. His favourite colours were orange, blue, and Chintlewood.
If we conducted the experiment sooner rather than later, all things considered.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I was still on script. Maybe just...
He was liked by most, had no family, and cared for 2 children.
A couple of quick introductory chats, though. Set the scene. You are Doctor and High Priest Charles Magnus.
Yes, I suppose so.
Please explain to our undeserving audience, how will this device please its great and terrible malevolence?
Well, as we all know, we are but food for the great ancient. It that devours the undying one, marvels, horrors, darkness, and carnage. However, a few years ago, through a series of carefully...
If you say one more thing like that, I will push the fucking button.
Displeasure in our taste. It's a bit off, apparently. Well, according to our expert divinations, the beast is not content with our flavour. It's because of the soul-crushing fear we experience as it approaches at impossible angles from a darkening sky. Makes us taste a bit tart.
Don't press the button.
Even the sacrifices?
Yeah.
Why?
Our research
Why?
can be quite scary.
Why should I not press the button?
Receiving end.
I have noticed they often make a lot of a fuss.
No balls. You'll have to restart the episode. Oh.
It's a very difficult situation.
I made the same mistake. Okay, fair enough.
As we all know from the text, its mere presence shall cause the blood to chill, and its touch brings forth the cold revulsion of disease.
I can see how it might be hard to maintain a smile under those circumstances.
An arm there, a leg there. As divine privileges go, it can be a bit...
So, it wants us to go out there happy with a smile, does it? Ignore that pesky survivor.
This is a nice street in the background.
Well, that seems entirely reasonable to me. How do we accomplish it?
Well, once I activate the Euphoria device, we will all be able to remain joyful and at peace, even as we watch our families devoured before meeting our own inevitable fate. We can meet our horrifically visceral ends without complaint or fear. In short, we will finally taste nothing. Thus ensuring the unspeakable horror will have a bountiful food supply for millennia to come, which I think we can all agree is the ultimate goal.
You'll get no argument from me.
Well then, without any further ado at all whatsoever, let's do this thing.
Free range.
High Priest Magnus, bestow upon us your mighty gift of blissful ignorance.
The window still broke, apparently. And apparently I missed something. Fucking fantastic. We'll get back to it later, if needed. But for now, let's go to MS. See what that's bringing in for us. It would be so awesome if they brought it, if it was on the fucking PS5 so I could actually stream it. Please take your seats. This evening's performance is about to begin.
I don't know whether it's something in the air, Winston, but I've got my guitar, and I've got a strong urge to
Why, Chester, old bean? I've told you 1,000.
Oh no! Oh no! Is this the longest running FMV song they were advertising in the description of the bloody DLC? Please don't tell me it is! Oh no, yes! Actually no! Oh yes, I'm gonna love this!
Please try this time to remember. It's the number of dates so late that they never ever show. Lumps continuing to worrisomely grow. The date my heart was saddened. The age my cat got flattened. The chats that were had with my reticent dad. And the time my mum walked off into the sun.
Dates so late that they never ever show.
Yes.
Lumps continuing to worrisomely grow.
That's right.
The date your heart got saddened.
A woman.
The age that cat got flattened. The chats that you had with your reticent dad. And the time your mum
Walked off into the sun. By George, he's got it. It's the days so late that they never ever show. Lumps continuing to worrisomely grow. The date this heart was saddened.
If you could sit here, please, Dr. Magnus.
The age that cat got flattened.
The host will be with you shortly.
The chats that you had with a reticent dad. And the time one mum walked off into the sun. Chester, you can stay.
Really? Thank you, Dr. Magnus.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Did I hear singing?
What are you talking about?
You know, people burying their innermost secrets, putting me in a song, like a musical. I love musicals.
I honestly wonder how you ever got this job.
I'm good with sound.
But you're so weird.
Songs have always been weird. In fact...
Oh no. The Sprung song!
The very first Sprung, there was something very wrong. Trying to be normal when we simply don't belong. But it could be worse. It's a blessing and a curse. Immune to the confusions of the multiverse. When you change everything, I don't feel a thing. I'm only doing this because I bloody love to sing. See, I could stop at any time. But why would I do that? I love it here. Key change. Sprung number 1 had 15 extra thumbs running down his spine from his neck to his bum. Sprung number 2 never used the loo. Made a small fortune from commemorative poo. Sprung 3 and 4 were wanted by the law. She had a tail and he had a claw. Sprung number 5 loved to be
That's Jeremy!
for several centuries by choosing not to die.
What's Colin singing about?
His family history, apparently.
How ghastly.
Key change.
Jeremy Donaldson, professional cynic. I try to be so
Chester Mims 24 and my 3 greatest fours are hesitance, anxiety. any fear of the outdoors.
Dr. Magnus, you know, he's the star of the show, and he's also pretty terrified, so steady as you go.
I think kind of hijacked my song.
Where's Megan?
Sorry, I'm late. Vocal warm-up.
Okay, not long now, let's get set.
For number 6, it was worse. He aged in reverse. Got a teacher pregnant while he still attended nursery. 7 and 8. Terrible to date. Always turned up naked and their bits would touch your plate. Sprung number 9 had an elongated spine. 22 tall with a penis like a washing line.
10 seconds, everyone.
I'd love to tell you more, but the show's just begun.
Okay, everybody. Thank you, Colin. And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah! Come on!
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Deep in the heart of the Chintleberry Hills, the Happiness Collective use their scientific skills. They built a gadget and checked it twice.
It's Dr. Charles Magnus's Euphoria device.
They say it makes you smile.
We'll test that in a while.
So stick with channel 1 all night and don't you move that dial. It's the night of smiles.
45 seconds back. Not singing tonight when you have such a lovely singing voice.
Fuck off.
Why can't I just be friends with Jeremy? Why do we have to be doing the nasty on top of the desk, running my hands down his minimal chest? Don't think I really have to spell out the rest. Why can't we just be friends?
I think you touched a nerve there.
Oh, yeah!
In 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome back. Well, in a few minutes' time, we'll be bringing it online. Will it make you merry? Now we'll screw up space and time.
That's extremely unlikely. You've got a very good team.
Let's just let it get to the end.
So let's meet our guests and put it to the test. A few little questions first to put our minds at rest.
Whoa.
Oh, Dr. Magnus.
If we could just ask you a few questions, please.
You're curing sadness.
Well, no, actually, it's more like...
More like badness.
We're aiming for gladness.
Well, let's hope so.
I'm loving this.
And Dr. Magnus
possessed you to make everyone smile.
Isn't this
Dr. Magnus has been sad for a while.
Why the sadness? Dr. Magnus, won't you let us know?
Oh my God.
Magnus, won't you let us know?
All right! Damn you! If you must know the source of my
Okay, probably there's some vocoding there. Because, yeah, it's probably Paul having not really the ability to sing that well. Although, yeah, we can see that. But, yeah, it's probably that. I hope.
Lights! It's been a long, long time.
Fuck's sake! Okay, your door is open. Yeah, I know. I got the phone ready. Oh my God. Okay. Oh. Okay. Brave.
But I guess I should explain a little bit of how I feel inside. Things I kept buried deep, bottled up like a wild cat waiting to escape. It's all the same.
I think so.
The same every day, every night.
down. And making me drown. And no one said life would be quietly taking a ride. But it sure would be easier if she was standing beside me.
Oh yeah.
My God. But she'll never settle for me. Oh, I guess that's my destiny. Love and love.
Chester Mims on the violin solo. Next, Alan Zander Ryback.
And no one said life would be quietly taking a ride. But it sure would be easier if she was standing beside me. Oh, oh. Settle for me, so I guess that's my destiny. Silently loving Dolores. Guess that's my destiny. Silently loving Dolores.
Well, now I got a little something for you. A special message from Advance HQ. The leaders of the team wanna wish you well now. They're gonna sing a word.
So once again, don't touch that dial.
It's the night of smiles.
Once or twice in every country's life, the people.
Oh, there's a Santa to tune in Santa on the iPhone. That's nice. That's a funny reference. Oh, peace and comments. You fucking mother.
So no more days of tears. No more miserable years. Inner peace. Restful sleep. Let happiness grow and grow. Now back to the studio.
Time to turn on the machine. Time to turn on the machine. Time to turn on the machine. Push the button and turn on the machine.
Stop. Just stop.
Colin, what are you doing? What are you wearing?
Megan, I didn't put this costume on for nothing.
Oh yes! Come on, Colin! Go on!
Don't push that button. Don't press that thing. You stop the music. Stop everything. The loop goes around. The loop goes around. Don't push that button. No. You'll change the date. You'll change the time. You'll change the show. The loop goes around. know Bobby Bolster and Alex Winston too.
Oh, hi!
They're swapping wives around because they don't know what to do. The loop goes round.
Oh, there you can do that.
Goes round, yes it does. But I'm begging you on my knees. Don't you do it, just let me. The loop goes round. Well, oftentimes I'm lonely. It's hard to be a strong, but I think I found a universe where I finally belong. The loop goes round. Yes, the loop goes round. Yes, it does. That's where it all begins. So don't you do it, just a minute. The loop goes round.
We're gonna get to the date of the camera angle and TV. Count your days, motherfucker. Oh no. Guys, help! I've been placed on a bounty.
Don't push that thing. Y'all stop the music. Stop everything. The loop goes round. The loop goes round.
No, actually, Lewis, apparently, according to Dave, it's actually because if you edit in time with of music, people fucking love it. According to him in Day 8. Red, you know you can just look at the 4 screens there I'm getting the visions from. You can just look at those. Why don't you?
Don't push that button. No. You change the stage, you change the time, you change the show. The loop goes round, the loop goes round, the loop goes round, the loop goes round.
I am Chester Mims. I change everything. Don't make it worse. We're on another universe. We're on another universe. We're on another
Well.
What a magnificent program. I'd give Sprong his own show if he wasn't so bloody weird.
Okay. Fire! The musical was fire. And you know what? I'll fucking go at it again before we go back to fucking Horrorverse, whatever the fuck. Do it again. 12 minutes of pure... Lots of music. According to Not Games, that's the longest FMV song ever. So, how do you guys have the attention span to play this game on my days? It's simple. We were born in a time where we have that. Anyway, as I was saying, where were we? MS2.